Welcome to Zelda Speedruns. We have for you from the A Link to the Past NMG League Season 12 a winner's show match. And I will pass it over to our commentators for this race, Meowski and Requiem. Take it away, you two.
Hi, I'm Where's the Money Meowski, also known as Meowski. This is Requiem of Spirit, also known as Requiem, also known as the guy that finally played DDLC on stream for all of us. We have a pretty sick show match. The NMG League tournament is finished, but we have a show match between the winners of each bracket. The tournament was run as a Swiss format for a bunch of different brackets. So Doomtap in the topmost bracket, I think the Tower of Hera division, if I remember correctly. They're all named after like Light World dungeons. Chex was the winner of the Desert Palace division. Telethar was the winner of the Eastern Palace division, and then Sawyer was the winner of like Kakariko.
Yeah, Fox
is-
Fox messed up with naming things. I think the fourth bracket was supposed to be called Hyrule Castle, but we named the fifth bracket Hyrule Castle and the fourth one Kakariko Village instead, so we can all blame Fox for this.
Yep, we get yet another reason to blame Fox. And then I believe Mook on a Stick is he's not being restreamed right now because we already have 4 people on screen, and it'd be way too chaotic with like five streams, right? But like he was the winner of the Hyrule Castle division, so he's also competing here. So it'll be pretty cool to see, just kind of the same general approach, but like at different skill levels, just kind of how that all works.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to see like just how like even like with just regular gameplay from everyone, just how like the more skilled runners just pull ever so slightly ahead. I feel like these first 2 splits are perfect to showcase just that. I hope my hero Doomtap hover pumps for me. But yeah, escape is mostly just a lot of clean movement, a couple rooms that might be a little tricky, but it's either that or, if you're someone who's insane at the game, someone like Zelda, you'll be using a technique called hover pumping you will physically see Link move extremely fast when people hover pump.
When he's up next to generally when he's up next to a wall facing up or left. Or also like moving like at a slight diagonal. He won't like lose that much speed. So we already see Doomtap a little bit in the lead. Chex right behind him. This is going about as like well as you'd expect. I think Sawyer is like ahead of Telethar for now. But that's probably going to change by the end of Escape. You never know. It's Zelda. It's a very very chaotic game.
Mm-hmm. If this is your first time watching Link to the Past, a lot of these rooms are just about avoiding all of these enemies, trying to cut corners as cleanly as possible, having, no extraneous movement whatsoever. And this split is just that, sentiment personified.
I like to think of the first 2 splits as like Streets 112, basically, right? Because all Link's doing is walking, but if you hit clean lines, if you hit like good diagonals and like good movement, entering and exiting doors, you kind of pop off, and you get good times. Never seen a 550 and I never will.
Alright, all runners mostly just back-to-back entering. Usually the first point in Escape where you might see some little bit of a difference, as opposed to just like, like less than a second here and there. With Ball and Chain, looks like all of our runners are going for 8 slashes to kill this guy.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I mean, Doomtap and Chex are like very experienced NMG runners, so they're going to use 8/. Telethar and Sawyer are like very experienced rando runners, and rando runners typically prefer 8/ at like even like earlier of a skill level than like NMG runners do.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. I guess like people taking one pot up to very fast times is slowly dying out, which is kind of a shame. One pot is a fairly easy strat. It also is very close to 8 slash. Yeah, if you're looking at the fight on like Talithar and Sawyer's side, there were like some cases where their sword clinked with the ball and chains, ball and chain, which is like a little bit of the time loss that you'll see like between the runners here. DoomTap first out of the basement.
One pot is harder than 8 slash. That's a hot take. Ace, I feel like you're like constantly having all these hot takes that are like counter meta to like what people are doing, but I respect it. I think it's really cool that you're like not a sheep and you're thinking for yourself. All right, we're approaching the sewers. What are you going to expect to see here? Lots of water, lots of poop and lynx boots, lots of snakes, rats. Sewers are disgusting. I can't believe he's leading a princess through like icky, gross sewer water.
So huge dodge on DoomTap's side there. Surprised he didn't like choose to boom or slash the rat that came right down at him.
Yeah, I think he had to go like cardinal left because he reacted kind of late there. I've seen a lot of people actually like dodge that without using the boomerang. I've started to switch to that actually because I find that like if I'm pumping to the right like really aggressively in that room, then it makes it easier to just get around the rat, and I don't think you lose like a whole lot of time over, if any, over like boomeranging. And boomerang is like just so awkward to get to when you're pumping, at least for me.
I don't know if anyone got to see like the comparison between DoomTap and Shex's water screens, but DoomTap was absolutely flying through those screens.
Also, we got Chex got Seattle Rat, Telethar got Seattle Rat, and then got another rat to like body block for that rat. Sawyer's on Oko right now. If Sawyer gets hit by one rat, it's kind of over. He's on a quarter heart. All right, yeah, take it safe, dude. All right, I think he's in the clear unless the top rat does some weird stuff. Unless the top rat, okay.
They're all out for him.
All right, good job surviving that. That's frightening. Can't imagine Sawyer's gonna skip Sankheart here.
Yeah, looks like DoomTap's grabbing it. I'd imagine Chex grabs it as well. Yep.
Top Rat was on a mission to ruin Sawyer's life.
Alright, and we're off. DoomTap ever so slightly in the lead. This split is also kind of similar to Escape. You have some really interesting screens, some screens that require a lot of attention, but a lot of it is still just like, make the guy move.
Yeah, a lot more goes into like moving the elf optimally than you'd realize. Just, like what we said before with pumping, but also just kind of deciding when to cardinal, when to diagonal, when to avoid anti-pumps by like not turning Link, which is why you see Link shoving his face into a wall and just kind of rubbing it along the wall for like an entire screen sometimes.
This whole Eastern overworld is probably one of the more interesting overworlds. Probably also be one of the more frustrating ones if you don't like Octoroks. But dealing with them skillfully and like not losing much time in the process takes a bit of time.
Yeah, the skill gaps on this screen are like just so insane. It's so difficult to practice it because it's one long room and it's hard to like kind of. In a lot of screens, you can kind of break down like the movements bit by bit, especially if you have boots, right? Because you can time like 2 dashes, and then in the practice hack, when you bonk something by like dashing into a wall, it'll give you like an amount of time that took. So you can say, okay, like I can time like this section of a room. But in Eastern Overworld, you have no boots, like no real way to time stuff. So you just kind of have to go through the whole thing and just sort of get your way through without really being able to gauge what's It's difficult to gauge what's fast and what's not, basically.
All of our runners on screen are basically just within one screen of each other. Oh, Telethar looked a bit too far to the left there before spawning the style posts. Got a rogue third one. Now, of course, this is just a show match, so no one's like truly racing anyone else. People are just playing for the joy of playing the game.
I disagree. If Sawyer doesn't beat DoomTap, I will make fun of him.
Oh. Meanwhile, our fifth player, Mugonistic, is probably ahead of all of these guys.
Mook's been killing it recently, by the way. He's like, his trajectory is insane. He was a clueless 150 runner who like didn't know how to do any of the quick kills at all and took all the safeties maybe like less than a month ago, and now he's got like a 135 and he's like showing no signs of stopping.
That's really sick.
I'm excited for that guy's future. Yeah.
It'd be cool to see where he is like by next league season. Although I'm not sure if next league season will be NMG. We'll have to see. It's an off season. It's probably a different category.
What do you want it to be, Rec?
What do I want it to be? I'm not sure. I'm happy to see more people play Link to the Past.
Oh, all right. We're subbing in Sawyer for Mook, so we get to see what he's up to. He was like I think he's about like the same place that Sawyer was, maybe like at most a room behind. So definitely, definitely keeping up.
All right. Watching the anti-fairies on DoomTap's side. Okay. Nice and far apart. You can tell how well you do this room based on how close the anti-fairies are. As all of our runners sequentially enter the room one after the other.
Yeah, Telethar had like a little bit of overlap there. Chex had a teeny bit. They were like a teeny bit apart. Sawyer had even more, or Mook had even more overlap. So yeah, definitely like just, each person a little bit like worse than the last. And we get to see DoomTap do Pincus Armos at super speed.
And Chex doing top left Armos, the old strat. How long has it been since Pincus Armos was discovered? Or invented, I guess. I guess it's invented.
I mean, Pincus was around a long time ago, so I don't know. Probably before you were born. Telethar did Pincus as well. Mook also doing the classic strat. Yeah, very like solid quick kills from everybody. No oopsie daisies from what I could tell. Where's Josh for the history lesson? Josh, get in here. Tell us about the discovery of Pincus Armos.
Alright, so we're all still very close to each other. Basically still just a screen apart. It is in general how these first two splits are. Unless something really goes wrong, you are generally expected to be within like a screen or two of like even the top runners. That should change with this split. Now, the first, like, I guess 90% of the split is just the game teaching you how to press the A button. But once we get through that, we get to arguably one of, I guess, the most fun boss fights that this game has to offer in the speedrun. That's my thoughts on it anyway. I know a lot of people find it annoying. I
love Landmos.
Yeah. No, it's super fun.
There are a lot of boss fights in this game that are science, but the Landmo fight is art. That's how I see it. I mean, any art is itself kind of a science, but you know what I mean. I also noticed that DoomTap was doing the Corey dash into, unfortunate bonk on Mook's end, into like unholy spin speed. Definitely seeing like a lot more of that since that like dash line was kind of tested out and timed out by Yerok. Might start doing that too.
Mook pulling up the rear with getting the book. Now all of our runners have book. Just heading over to desert.
I think it's funny how, like, when you play this game casually and you get a B, it's, like, a little bit worrying. You're like, oh no, the B's gonna get me, I gotta get off the screen. But then when you're, like, speedrunning and you get a B, like, from, you know, a bush or some grass or something, you don't even really notice it. And if you do, it's because it causes, like, a little bit of lag and it, like, messes up your dash lines.
Looks like Mook is getting a bottle and bug net here. Okay, so we're going for some safeties.
Yeah, he's still doing some safeties.
That's totally fair.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. He's been like, he dropped golds and silvers like recently. He's been on a huge grind trying to, like, you know, catch himself up to some of these other runners.
That's cool. We'll also get to see, like, it shows the time sync, but it'll also show how well that could pay off in a race setting if one of our other runners has, like, a major disaster.
True, yeah. He also just dropped Mirror Shield. Yeah, that's true. I think has he dropped Red Mail too? I think he might have. I feel like I haven't seen him do Ganon with Red Mail, but I might be remembering wrong. I don't think he has Half Magic now. Probably only has one bottle, if I had to say. Yeah, he only got one there, so he would have gotten the other one immediately. He did drop Red Mail, yeah.
Oh no. Mook splashing in the shallow water and then fixing position. Oh my god, okay.
That was a sick bird dodge. Mook, if you want to watch this back, there's a better dash line there, but, you know, not a huge priority probably.
If you ever find yourself scared on that screen, you should learn what everyone else does, because everyone shuts their mind off for that screen for the most part.
Unless you get, like, a bush guard and, you know, whatever else, and then it lags up the screen, and then you do your dash down, like, a full tile to the right, and then it's, like, a little bit of a nightmare, and then maybe the arrow guard, like, hits you, and you've, like, messed up your movement and stuff. But other than that, ask me how I know.
Alright, but Doom Tap and Checks in Desert 2.
Yeah, Check's really close behind.
Yeah, Doom Tap still maintaining that solid one-room lead. Doom Tap going for the top dash. I saw him do that in, like, a previous race as well.
He's been doing that a lot recently. I think he saw Zelda do it. I think that, like, part of it is, like, Zelda's been doing it as well. But part of it is also, I think he thinks that, like, the average times are actually better doing that, and he can, like, you know, react to the different RNGs pretty well there or something.
Alright, Doom Tap, first gamer into Landmo. Checks very close behind.
Oh, that was so smart how he set that up, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright,
It wasn't...
good 3-cycle from Doom.
Yeah.
I thought he was completely abandoning the second Landmo, but he set it up so that he shot one in the third Landmo and then tried to shoot, like, up at both of them at the same time.
Yeah, it wasn't the kindest phase 1 either, so, like, to see that could have been a 2-cycle is pretty insane.
Kind of surprised he frame rolled through the Sandman after, like, the dash. Dashed all the way through him and didn't even hurt him.
Checks, I think it was like a very early 4-cycle, or maybe it was just a 3-cycle and I wasn't paying attention.
Checks had, I think, a pretty solid Landmo fight. I was looking at Delethar out of the corner of my eye, and he ended the fight on 1 heart, and also I think it took him, like, a little bit longer than it should have to, like, take out Landmos at his level.
Okay, Zora spawning on the portal for Checks, but thankfully we can swim fast enough. But Doom Tap and Checks are on Boomerang, so that's cool. Telethar is still on Bow.
Telethar has not adopted the New World Order of switching to Boomerang there. Or adapted to the New World Order, I mean. Thanks for not correcting me. All right, so we got Mook on. This is cycle 2 now. He's actually doing pretty well. He's getting like hits in all the land modes each cycle. All right, 1 down. 2 more should be like soon. There we go. I think that was a 4 or a 5 cycle. Honestly, like probably saving time here. Ooh, not saving time here. Interesting. Oh, that's the U.
Oh. Use the boomerang. He used the boomerang and switched to bow.
You're supposed to switch to mirror, I imagine, right?
Yeah. That's okay though.
It's the thought that counts.
It really is.
And then he missed the quick warp there, but that's fine. I think Chex was way far left for the, Oh no, he wasn't. It's just that his feed like doesn't capture all of the pixels at the edge of the screen.
Chex, I think forgot where he was in the game and tried to use a menu there for the quick hop, but we're supposed to stay on mirror. Alright, potentially...
The dangers of getting to the Dark World every single run. you think you're in Swamp when really you're in Hera?
Not sure if we're gonna... Okay, Doomtap doesn't seem to be going for...
I think Chex goes for it.
Yeah, let's see if we see stuff from Chex. Okay. Looks like we're setting up for... Okay.
Oh, okay.
We're on the right frame rule. Shoutouts to Josh for putting a lot of research into killing these tiles early. I think he said you had a 7 or 8 frame window if like your stars align entering this room to throw pots and kill these tiles before they spawn.
Isn't he supposed to have a pot now? Did he forget? And then he's like... I think he can pick up a pot like whenever at this point. Yeah, okay, he's not going to go for it. I think, unless...
Oh no, it doesn't seem like he's going for it. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I thought he did. He bailed on it. Okay.
He bailed. Yeah, I think what he messed up is he was supposed to grab a pot like kind of soon after throwing the pot at the other one, but he might have forgotten, and he might have been worried about like being on the wrong, having the pot in the wrong slot.
Mm-hmm. We did get 1 tile kill though. It just didn't save any time. That's cool to see on restream. Check's waiting for the beetle to calmly walk over the switch. Alright. Top going for EBJ.
Nice. Good adjustment.
Get it. Yep.
Check's going for regular bomb jump. Nice, good job.
Yeah. Dashing up the right side there is not actually... The dash itself isn't faster, but it sets the spark position in such a way that when you bomb jump past, you can just immediately get the chest without having to wait for it, which saves a considerable amount of time. Doomtap stuck with Moldorm in this corner. Okay, he's out. Oh god. We're fine.
I don't know about the dash.
Are we fine? Okay, we're fine.
Yeah, this is okay. This is why you don't dash. This is why you don't dash there. You got frame ruled twice. Sorry, I got heated about that. He could have just slashed Moldorm. He got too greedy.
Don't have the steps down. Okay, Check's finishing the boss and telling us that he doesn't know the full sequence of steps for the early tile kill.
It's not... I've done it a few times in practice before. It's not, like, that much more. It's basically, like, you kill the first tile early, and then you grab a pot, like, as long as you don't, you know, grab it really early, it should be fine. Just kind of grab it right after. And then... Alright.
Okay.
Good revenge kill from Doom's End. And then you, for the last tile, you just kind of, you know, dodge the third to last one, and you throw it like a little bit after.
Telthar also sparring with Moldorm a bit. Everyone's getting chased down by Moldorm today. Okay, I'm not sure if that was a planned dash. It looked like a Hail Mary. Thankfully, Moldorm died. Okay, move, cleaning up Tower Para here. We hit the switch, so I guess we're expecting to pick up hearts, maybe. We'll see.
He's on full health, so he'll probably be fine, but it's a race setting, and he's like, you know, he might want to, Ooh, no.
Ooh. Messed up the timing there. I think there was like trying to use the slash for timing. To get
He's usually pretty good about that timing. I think he was, maybe did like one extra slash or like waited a little bit too long before one of the slashes or something.
Mm-hmm.
But it's alright. I mean, DoomTap got middle hold already, so he's not the only one to fall.
Checks our first person to Master Sword, first runner to Master Sword.
Alright, good second try from Mook. Checks didn't kill that bird. I wasn't looking, but I assume he did the... Okay, he's killing that.
Mm-hmm.
Does he normally do that? He does weird stuff for tree rupees.
Yeah, I missed it too. It is possible that he tried the dash on like the first bird and we just missed the bird entirely.
I was watching. It didn't seem like he did the dash like just immediately, so I assumed he was gonna like turn down and slash, but he didn't do that.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Mook now in Moldorm. I think we failed one bumper skip, so we decided to just walk around it instead. Just respectable.
That makes sense, yeah.
Giving Moldorm some wide berth. Oh god, we're charging our sword. How did that hit him?
Oh, yikes. Hate to see it. Moldorm is so difficult to just kind of get down to the point where you're not falling.
Yeah, it takes a lot of practice just to get to the point where you can fight him without falling, and then even more practice on top of that to do all of that, but fast.
Alright, pull out the dashes now.
Okay.
Alright. Doesn't get frame rolled. Someone got hit there.
Okay,
wanna
we're
have
facing the wrong
beams.
way. Oh my god, we're fine.
Alright, we're good. Chex doesn't bird. I think that makes sense. Chex also dashes through the bush crab after the first tree rupee.
Nice chest turn from Chex's side.
Spleeby would be proud.
At Sweeby. Alright, Doomtap going for a sick backup without beams here.
DoomTap gets to show us the backups, the no beams backups in Castle Tower.
Mhm.
There's a faster way of doing that room, but it's kind of hard.
Alright, nice key dash from Chex's side as well. Coming up on like the last few rooms here.
I actually think in the room that DoomTap was just in, I think alerting the top right guard is actually better, because the only, like, my only fail condition for that room is if the last guy, and this is very rare, but if the last guard is like near the door facing down and you dash through and like the sword is just right in the way and you like get hit by the sword and fall off.
Doomtap.
I think if you alert the if you alert the guard, that doesn't happen. But I don't know. I don't entirely know. But yeah, sorry, I interrupted you. What were you saying?
No, sorry. I was listening to that, but also watching Doomtap just do the spear guard room, and he got absolutely bodied by the bat in that room. It sat in the door frame, and so he got hit like multiple times entering the door.
Oh, yikes! Yeah, that bat's kind of a jerk sometimes.
Alright, checks our first runner into the Great Equalizer, the RNG boss fight.
I kicked my cat out of the office, but somehow she figured out how to open the door, and now she's in here.
Oh my god.
She's on my lap. I don't know what's going on. Anyway.
Looks like one blue ball on Chex' side so far.
We are unfortunately not on pace for 15, but we got 5 runners, you know. It could happen. With someone else. DoomTap also not on pace for 15.
Alright, I think it's 3 on Chex' side. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Doom's at 1. Alerting's bad because he can block you before you start dashing. Oh, you know what? That makes sense.
Two so
Is Doom
far.
at 2?
Yeah.
What's Telethar at? It's so hard to keep track of all the blue balls.
Alright,
Alright,
nice
Doom says 2
for
total.
DoomTap. Yeah, that was 2. Didn't keep track of Telethar, but I guess if we see a lightning here, and then he dies right after, maybe that's 3.
I think he's at 1 so far, and this is the next thing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So if he dies on the 3rd one, then it's 1 total. If he dies on the 4th one, then it's 2 total.
One. Wow.
Alright, so
Okay.
yeah. No, that was 2.
Oh, that was 2. Okay, I was miscounting. I thought that was the 3rd one.
It's alright, I'm really good at counting.
Alright, DoomTap making up 12 seconds over Chex that he lost, falling through the middle hole. Close on Chex' tail, just a couple overworld screens behind.
Nipping at his heels.
What hop does Chex get?
Mook kind of just freestyling these rooms. It's actually like pretty cool to see.
Massive hop on Chex' side. If you don't know what we're talking about,
Yeah, we'll demonstrate on DoomTap's screen. So Kiki hops are basically kind of how we read the tea leaves for how the RNG for the rest of the run's going to go. Kiki using pause buffer strats. Going into another universe on Chex' screen. Oh, big hop on DoomTap's too.
DoomTap screen too. Yeah. Massive hops. We didn't touch the top of the screen on either side, but I'm not sure if we can. Does Kiki ever touch like the top of the screen?
He doesn't. If he ever does, then he's going to the Empire State Building and kidnapping a woman or something. Godzilla style. Or no, King Kong style. I
Close
forgot. They're the same. Alright.
This is the dungeon
Kiki
where we're going
hop
to see
from
a lot
Telefar.
of... Also
high,
massive.
damn.
Wow, okay. Yeah. We're seeing our runners do like a whole bunch of loops here to get like a bunch of small keys and then finally the big key before going for the hammer. All in all, you see the main hub like 3 or 4 times, I think. Chex now with the big key, heading back to hammer. Hammer jump is another spot where you might tend to see like a bunch of time difference show up because you have a falling floor to beat. If you end up using like 15 pause buffers, then that's going to be like 15 seconds you lost over the next guy.
A hammer jump, if you think about it, is a really funny trick because, I mean, you know, just the double, like, Y pixel perfect trick, plus there's a floor that falls out from under you, so there's a time limit for it.
Mm-hmm. Looks like just 2 extra menu buffers from Chex, so nothing too major. Alright.
Each of those are, like, roughly 1 second, I think. Maybe a little bit less, because you're not, like, menuing to anything. Bomb's a little far right on Doom's end, but that's fine, right? Yeah, he's
Yeah,
good.
that's fine. That was like 0 extra buffers, which is really nice to see. Opted to go for just 1 bomb pot. I'm not sure if he's gonna like pick up an extra bomb later, but going for only 1 bomb means you have a lot of time to place even the first bomb. And, you know, 2 to that, Doom used a sword buffer instead of a menu buffer to adjust his position for the first bomb.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've actually started doing that as well. like switch to one bomb and just only use like sword buffers if I can. Check says minimum 64 frames. Oh, I assume he was able to do that because he's at the statue now. Yeah, there's a big long cutscene here when where the wall like moves after you shoot the Igor statue in its eye.
Alright. We have Sawyer replacing Talthar now. Couple extra buffers here. But we found the spot. That's good. Need to find the next spot now. Looks like we
Nice.
found it. Nice.
Didn't need a mirror, but he can do that in a sec.
Yeah. Couple extra buffers, but you know, what matters is we make it.
Also, Mook dealt with the messed up RNG where the moblins throwing spears at you like really well. I don't know if you saw that.
I didn't know. I didn't catch it.
He didn't. Oh, he doesn't get a big Kiki hop. That's not good. Mook in shambles. Yeah, he. I didn't know you could do this because I've only ever like. So the optimal way of dealing with that if the moblin's throwing spears up is you boomerang the ropa so it doesn't get in your way, and then that gives you that delays you enough to. But what Mook did was he dashed through the ropa instead, and it like just kind of worked out. I think.
Oh, okay, interesting. All right, checks on Helma. Still full health, so pretty comfortable. More hits. Alright, nice.
Pretty friendly Helma on Doom's End. Oh wow, he's going down again.
That was a really good fight. Really fast fight. Oh, we're bonking into the tail and getting blasted backwards. I always love that.
Touching the spikes and taking no damage just because he can. Yeah, he dealt with that really well. He also got just insanely good Helma RNG. I mean, went down like 3 times, didn't shoot any fireballs, you know, and capitalized on it like really well by not missing any, not missing spin speed, not missing any hammers.
Sawyer doesn't have beam, so we're using an arrow on the switch. I think that's the first time I've seen something like that.
Yeah, I think usually in NMG we use boomerang for that just to conserve arrows. Bow might actually be a little bit faster, if for all I know. But you know, arrows are precious.
If you have like a good visual cue for it, then you can use the boomerang from like right under the stairs, like just a diagonal boomerang from there, and that's like super fast. But yeah, if you're going around the left side, then arrows are probably faster. Sawyer now on the Helma fight. Ow!
Right. Successful
destroyed by one of the Ropas in the Palace of Darkness overworld.
Tony Hawk had too radical of a jump. Sawyer.
Okay. We're good. We're good. We're
a little
fine.
scared there.
I wasn't scared.
Mook also had a successful first try hammer jump.
Okay. Doomtap had a really clean dash there, but that also meant he cancelled it really close to bonking. I was a little scared for him. But okay, we're fine. We're just 2 hearts down. Thief's down on 6 hearts is still fairly comfy.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially for someone like Doomtap who has experience doing it on like 4 hearts for other categories. Nice fairy, okay.
It's the fairy anyway. Yeah, that's a like a new safety that got picked up. Also, I think from Yarok, the master of that screen in the light world and the dark world.
Picking up some extra arrows in the Mimic's room. We have a pretty comfy arrow count on Mook's side, actually. Why are we holding B?
Someone was asking how to do the charge attack. I assume you mean the spin, or do you mean the dash thing? Because the dash is A with the boots.
Ooh, Doomtap going for spin speed here. I wish Doomtap and Chex were synced so we could like see the time difference live in action, but Chex is ever so slightly ahead. Three Musketeer screen on Chex' side. Goes very cleanly. Alright, nice
Oh, he's
menu
doing the
buffer
spin
on.
speed there.
Yeah, nice menu buffer on Doomtab's side to read when he's on
I
the
was
stairs.
never a fan of that. I did that one for a while. I was never a fan of it because I found that like it messed up my entry for the next screen, and then I'd messed up Three Musketeers by like nudging on the sign too hard or something. Although maybe, you know, that was like a little bit of a skill issue. And also like you mess up the spin speed and instantly it's just not even remotely worth it.
Yeah. Mook giving us a little bit of a scare there, finishing Helma on one heart. We hugged Helma like 3 times, I think.
He does have a fairy, I believe, so I think he's...
Okay, I see. Okay.
Not to, you know, pull back the curtain or anything, but like...
A little bit less scared now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was a little surprised by how aggressive he was on one heart towards the end with Helma, but I guess that makes sense.
He also had like a hell of a turtle room.
Sorry, you were saying?
No, I was done. Well, what did Chex get?
Yeah, Chex got a bit of a Zazak party there with like the red and the blue guy just blocking his way on the way up.
Oh, did it? Is that why he's down 2 hearts?
Yeah, he gave the red one a hug.
He could have gone down the middle, right? Chex, what are you doing? Uh-oh.
We're getting destroyed. Okay, no, we're fine. We're fine. It's okay.
Alright, that's... I mean, if Doomtab can, you know, clap back here... Yeah, okay, that's a little bit of time save from Doomtab's end over Chex. I know they're not actually racing, but they're racing.
I think Mook got hit on like by one of the rope buzz as well. Exiting Palace of Darkness because we're down 2 hearts already.
Yeah, just to raise the stakes, like most of the enemies in this dungeon do 2 hearts, so Chex is basically on Oko. Like any of those crickets, you know, hit him, he's dead. Although he's a professional, right? He knows how to avoid things.
Yeah, again, Chex and Doomtab have like experience doing Thieves Town on like very low health. The only difference is that even when you're on 2 hearts in like a category where you come here with 4 hearts, you're not beeping on 2 hearts. So like having the beeping just in your ear is pretty annoying and can be distracting. Okay.
I'm so good at tuning it out.
Heading to the jail cell on Chex' side. I wonder if we're gonna... Nope, we're just gonna pick up the wrong pot.
I think you wanted the heart from the right pot there.
Yeah.
It's okay.
We it's fine, it's fine. From here until like the end, unless we like get absolutely destroyed, I think all the enemies only do 1 heart of damage.
If he gets zapped here and then falls off, then he's screwed.
Yeah, no, we're fine.
Okay. I tried to curse him there, but it didn't work.
Doomtab being well
gets a bomb there.
Yeah, Doomtab showing that if you have beams and that guy sparks, you can just get rid of him in 1 slash rather than having to do some kind of timing. Chex. Okay, yeah, we're picking up the heart. Of course, blind is a fight that most of our top runners are very familiar with.
Alright, say it with me. Blind is a scripted fight.
Blind is a scripted fight. Alright, Chex should be fine here. Like, runners of these skill levels are past the point where, like, anything in, like, the 3rd phase of blind gives people trouble. Doom getting a really early kill, courtesy of beams there. But yeah, I know there's like specific hits that usually give beginners trouble. Some people like accidentally spin in like the 2nd cycle. I think like the 2nd hit of the 3rd cycle gives a lot of people trouble, but you know, with these 2 runners, it's usually no concern with that at all. They're super practiced with this.
So this we didn't touch on this, but Mook is so he's getting Ice Rod now. I think he's doing Blink 182 shopping, which is he does all of his gets all of the extra items in Thieves Town, and then ends by going to get powder at 2 by Oh yeah, okay, no. He did 8-12, I guess. Interesting. Doesn't, like, the order doesn't really matter, but like usually you end by going to get powder, and then if you need, you know, health, you get witch kisses, right? But yeah, so he'll be like more behind than he really, you know, should
Then
be.
it looks, yeah.
Then it
Like,
looks, yeah.
yeah, he's done a lot of like he's paid some of his time forward already that the other runners are gonna have to come back for.
Exactly.
Check's talking to the frog from the top there, but not quite the way we want to see it.
Thanks for the raid, Pichu. Yeah, Top Rock Frog Talk doesn't typically look like that, but we tried.
Check's asking for a Hellway review. Okay.
Sawyer.
Okay.
That was
we're fine.
okay. He took a hit from the fireball and then was able to deboost. He was about to get hit by the head, took a hit from the fireball. Only took 1 heart because it was the fireball and not the head, which takes 2 hearts. Deboosted through the head and then like got the kill. I don't think that was intentional, but that was sick.
Any of that, but it's okay. We survived. That's all that matters.
Sawyer's the king of surviving.
All right. Yep, we're gonna talk to the witch's apprentice here. Get a bit of healing. I don't know if that NPC has a name in the game.
The witch's assistant or
assistant? Yeah. I don't think the witch has a name in this game either. I don't think she gets a name until like later versions of the game or like later installments. Yeah.
Do you think the witch and her assistant passed the Bechdel test?
What test is that? I haven't heard of this.
Oh,
one.
it's basically it's a test to see if like women are written well in your like work of fiction. Basically, like, you know, 2 women have to be having a conversation about something other than like men or something.
Oh, I see.
It's like kind of the thing. Neither of them really have like a whole lot of. I don't think they ever talk to each other, so I don't think they technically passed the Bechdel test. But we're gonna give Link to the Past a pass for being old.
Alright, both are runners in a really annoying room here. Both of them clearing it without any difficulty. These mummies can get in the way, pushing the statue, and like, you know, you might accidentally push it too little or too far. A lot of things that can go wrong in that room, but we're clear.
Nice. Doom like slowly show. It's been like really cool to see Doom Tap just kind of slowly gain time on checks. You get to see like the little bits of like they're both obviously like extraordinarily skilled runners, but like Doom Tap's, you know, just like a little bit like of a higher level than Checks is. So he's like kind of consistently gaining time.
Mm-hmm. Doom Tap also doing like the early bomb jump there. Unfortunately, we also have to slash 2 Moldorms that are like guarding the chest, so we kind of lost the time that we would have saved from that. Mook, mostly solid Hellway there. Getting a little tap from the anti-fairy, but nothing too serious. Doom Tap gets destroyed by the fire snake. Showcasing slightly different strats in this room. Doom Tap going for the faster but riskier strat. Okay. Check's having to do a little loop-de-loop on the spike.
Doom could catch up after like in Moth, potentially, depending on how this goes for either runner. Ooh. Check's trying to get the dash poke there. Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, the conveyor was like being super annoying. It was like pulling Checks away from Moth.
3 spike Moths from both runners.
Yeah. When you're holding out your sword and like the conveyor is working against you, it's nothing that's more annoying than that. Okay, Sawyer almost falling down the middle hole there. Thankfully, we recognized early and we decided to walk around.
I've done that before in a race, and I just had no idea where I was supposed to go. I assume Sawyer like would know, what the backup is, so it wouldn't be that big of a deal for him, but it would suck.
What room does that put you in? I guess it puts you in like the top right section of like the Skullwoods with like the circle of pots.
I think it does somewhere in the ballpark of that. Hey, speaking of Sawyer, he's actually he's only plus 7.6, so this is definitely a PBable run. I don't want to, I know you're not supposed to like speak a no-hitter into existence, right? But like this could even be like a sub 90 if he plays his cards right.
Ow.
Ooh, Mook gets the spin there. We were talking about that earlier. It's like an easy like place to kind of mess up the script. But he's actually very experienced in just sort of like gaming his way through and backing this up. Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. Pretty confident too.
Yeah.
Something I discovered recently, it happened like twice in a row to me, is you can still save the script after getting the spin. If you just like, if you're like too slow and you don't even realize you got the spin. It's like I think I had 2 cases where I got the spin. And I still like had the script going for me.
Oh, interesting.
Although I guess most people like will see the spin, and especially if they get hit by a fireball right after, then it's pretty much over.
What did Chex get hit by?
Chex got bullied by the guard on like the bridge warp screen.
Oh, I hate that guy.
Yeah, we dashed up and the guard just caught us out of our dash, and then proceeded to destroy us, which is kind of unfortunate. DoomTap holding his sword out in that mosaic transition, which I've been told many times over is a bad thing to do, but maybe DoomTap knows better.
I think he probably just tried to cancel too late and it didn't go through.
Okay.
Because the thing about it, in case you were like wondering, during mosaic transitions, you don't want your sword held out. I think it's in general, not just for this, because it creates extra lag on the transition.
Yeah. Yeah, DoomTap is very slightly in the lead. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
For additional context, in case you don't know, Chex is you want to have beams for Ice Palace because in Ice 2, it saves a lot of time, especially if the key Bari is like electrifying, and there's not like a good way to kill him without beams there. And also on Electric Avenue, which we'll show off later, you want beams for that. That saves a lot of time. So Chex is like trying to very quickly, without losing too much time, farm like that rock over there and some crabs for hearts. Yeah, okay, he's kind of giving up on that.
Yeah.
Crabs are a 50-50 on dropping hearts, basically. So we're going to lose some extra time in Ice Palace on Chex's end.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. If we like keep this same health, then we get to pick up a heart right before the conveyor room, which is where we really want beams. Ice 2, it's like whatever. We can just wait this out. It's not too bad. Chex just choosing to fire odd the berry there. I'm not sure if that's slower or faster. I'm actually not sure how things work out timing-wise.
I assume that Fire Rod, when the jelly's electrifying, is faster, but it also takes a while for him to burn to a crisp.
So Mook seems further behind than he actually is because he's actually paid forward some shopping. So we've already gotten Ice Rod, we've already gotten Ether. We also got some safeties along with it, which is why we did the shopping early. So you're gonna see like other runners have to go get Ether and Ice Rod, which is like 2 minutes, whereas Mook has already done all of that.
A little bit sketchy on DoomTap's end. He had to do like a million buffers to get into position there.
Very clean from Chex's side.
DoomTap did not mean to slash left there.
clean spin from Chex' side. I don't know if any of our runners do stair clip. I don't know if Chex does. I don't think Chex does stair clip. Yeah, no, he dashes through the stairs at the end. Yep.
Coward.
Okay.
I think stair clip is so cool. More people need to do it.
Stair clip is so free. Everyone needs to do it.
It's not too bad, honestly. I feel like DoomTap taught me how to do stair clip better than I was doing before, so I'm surprised that he doesn't do it, because he's like, he clearly knows like what he's doing with stair clip, but I don't know, maybe there's a good reason for it.
Alright, Sawyer showing, like, you know, why you want beams in Ice 2, for just having to wait there. DoomTap having a bit of a party. Oh god.
DoomTap, please. don't die. Ah. Okay,
We're
good.
fine. Okay, we're good.
Chex is
we're
back
alive.
in the lead.
I'm not scared, you are.
What a
Okay.
race.
Yeah, very, very back and forth. For both DoomTap and Chex, we're past probably one of the scariest points in the run. You do not want to die on Cold Stare. Dying on Cold Stare is the worst possible time. Oh god. Sawyer...
He's got 3 extra bombs. He'll be fine. Why is
Okay.
he getting another bomb?
I'm more concerned about, like, the hearts and health here.
Oh, that makes sense, actually.
Especially, like, because of, you know, what we just saw DoomTap go through. If I'm not wrong, there is one more pot, like the top right pot there also has a heart. That's something that you can grab. If you
Probably
need
gonna
it.
grab this heart, yeah.
Yeah, okay. We're not too bad. Just make sure to play things pretty carefully. Mook ending Moth with 1 heart. I feel like Mook has ended like half the bosses with like 1 heart, or like on Oko basically.
Really holding on to that fairy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, goes under the pot. I don't like under pot.
Alright, DoomTap getting Ether here in what I consider objectively correct shopping. I think Chex is gonna get them both in the next split, like both Ice Rod and Ether.
Oh, he's gonna do boomer shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. We need to, at the very least, we need to stop Long Swamp.
This is the objectively correct thing to do because it's what I do. Therefore, I'm correct and everyone else is wrong. But no, I can understand the argument for boomer shopping. Just dodge all the boulders and use hook speed.
Just don't get hit by the boulders on Death Mountain.
Yep.
Famously easy thing to do.
And if you get hit, then reset.
Oh,
Tap getting.
I think he did that intentionally because so I actually timed this out recently. I was testing that screen out. I think like there the Octorok was in the way. So if you wanted to get the quick warp, is that guy gonna hit? Okay, no.
Okay,
Interesting that he menued there. Dude, you're giving me so many ideas. I'm gonna like practice these screens soon. Okay, so if the Octorok was in the way, right? So to get the quick warp, he would have had to slash the Octorok and then go around, which I believe is around the same time as just going in from the right and not getting the quick warp. So I think he decided to just go not do the quick warp, basically.
That makes sense. Yeah. I was just gonna say that DoomTap looked like he got bullied into the portal, but maybe you're right. Maybe it is just not worth even thinking about it. Just, you know. I blinked and missed it on Sawyer's side, but it looks like we had no major issues on Cold Stare. I saw him enter the room and we were done soon after, and we're still on like 5.5 hearts, which, you know, he was already having heart issues before, so looks like it was, you know, a pretty regular fight. DoomTap trying to grab onto the railing there.
I feel like that happens to me every single time. I try to grab the railing and then I face down and don't grab the railing and I look like an idiot.
Yeah, no, it's just... We don't need to grab the link. Just keep going.
I don't really know how much time it saves, but
I've heard. I don't remember. It was either 5 or 10 frames is what I heard, but I don't know. Check's Check's getting destroyed by that barrier over there.
Check's almost like accidentally went up the stairs there. He like landed like on the auto stairs.
Yes.
I think if he like did 1 frame of down left, he was going up the stairs there.
That's one of those screens where it's just like if the berry hits you, you just take it. Every time I've seen that happen, I've always tried to like store a clip of it, and I have like a notepad just full of these clips, just so I can like go back and like try to analyze. Maybe I can read when the berry's gonna hit me, but you know, I never go back to NMG.
Did you see what Doom did there?
He tried to dash through. I did see that.
I mean, I think it worked, right? Because the dash startup like waited out the jelly sparking, so he got like hit instead of like he just kind of deboosted through it instead of like getting electrocuted.
Yeah,
I don't know. That was incredibly. I was like looking and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing there, right? I guess he just like waited out and but I don't know.
That's
Really
pretty
cool
if that was intentional, because even like just trying to walk through the berry, if he had just walked normally, then the berry would have pushed him leftwards rather than like, you know, keeping him in place with the dash. The dash putting him like deep into the berry and like just pressing him against the barrier also save time. Maybe we're reading too much into this. Maybe Doom just decided he wanted to press the A button and things worked out.
Yeah, he's probably gonna come in chat and say, I don't know what I was doing. Oh, interesting thing happened to Mook there. So in that room in Bombable Floor, if you're like going up on the right side, if your inclination is to hold up left, right? Because the wall slopes left. So you think that's like what you do, but if you hold up left, then because of like, you know, movement weirdness, you actually get stuck there. So you want to just hold up until you fully clear the rail.
Mm-hmm.
Now, just in case anyone's like, you know, wanting to know why they get stuck there in Bombable Floor sometimes. Oh, wow, we just barely made it on the pixel. Good job, Mook. Was Chex getting a zero cycle? That's that's a solid zero cycle. Had plenty of time to spare.
Oh,
and that Chex.
It's okay. Okay.
He got the important part.
Yeah. No one saw anything after that.
Yeah, exactly.
No, Check's not doing a sweep catch. Maybe DoomTap will oblige us and give us a sweep catch. I saw nothing. Okay.
Check saw nothing. We saw nothing. We can keep this secret, chat.
Yeah. I saw the first phase and then I closed my eyes.
All right, Mook now going to Cold Stare. I don't.
A lot of health, and we do have a fairy to go with it. We don't need these magic pots, but it's fine. I want to say DoomTap also got a zero cycle. I wasn't paying close attention, but that seemed like a really fast boss fight. Yeah.
One thing that he does that I think is actually like really good is when for the double fire rod thing, when Argus falls, he moves like a little bit left, so that his first fire rod shot, no matter what, it's going to hit Argus. It's not going to like hit the wall before Argus starts moving.
Mm-hmm. Check's getting like hook speed at the very last second there, running through the grass, so we don't save the full 20 frames. I think it's more like 15. Check's not getting punished for, you know, hook climbing. Saves a decent chunk of time. Yeah, it was a pretty good Cold Stare fight from Mook there. We didn't get, I guess, the strat we wanted, but we did double spin Cold Stare against a wall. So it just took like 2 extra splashes to clean up each individual puff.
But yeah, I think he does his own strat that he just kind of made up there.
Okay, I see. Yeah, it didn't seem like we tried to go for a poke at all. So I was a little confused when I like watched partway through.
All right, so we saw briefly there, DoomTap's like in reality maybe like a second or a half a second ahead. which is crazy how close this still is. But now Chex is getting ice rods. Chex is gonna be, he's gonna have his turn to be behind, like apparently.
Mm-hmm. I think bird tosses do count for this race. I'm not sure if DoomTap is a bird toss person, but we'll see. No, DoomTap is not a bird toss person.
He wants to win.
Respectable, respectable. Alright. Chex now making his way to the Mire screen. Ice Rod in hand.
DoomTap doing the optimal Mire 2 strat. That's hard. It's hard to do.
I want to see if Chex does it. I think Chex also knows that he's basically just like a few seconds behind or ahead of DoomTap. I'm not even sure
what it is. Joe Mire too. He does Joe Mummies, so I think he probably does Joe Mire too. He's a very consistent runner.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he would probably do that. I stand corrected.
Nice.
Chex is a gamer.
Nice. Yeah, nice fast Mire too. That was really good. Sawyer just going for hook and slash. Very clean, very simple. Nothing complicated.
You know what they say about simple and clean?
Mook dashing out the door there. If you dash out and you walk down, you always get owned by that shooter. That's why we do the movement we do there to avoid that. Mire's a pretty terrifying dungeon for a lot of beginners. For both DoomTap and Chex, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Vitreous can be scary if things go, you know, not according to plan. For the most part, both of our runners should have everything down. Both of our runners also have experience doing this dungeon with like 4 less hearts. So health-wise, there's no concern. DoomTap, I think, got locked out of doing Spark Gamble and had to bail because of the Fire Snake.
Holy crap. Okay, Sawyer leaving Swamp Palace, like, minus is at 39. Oh, wait, he probably is doing different shopping. Yeah, that's like 1 ice rod's worth of difference. I think he's normally a long swamper, but he like switched shopping probably because of what we said earlier. This is actually really important. We got to check if he has ice rod here. He does not have ice rod. Okay, yeah, I think that's what happened there.
Okay, I hope he is keeping track of that himself as well, and this isn't just like something that just slipped his mind. We don't want to find out we don't have Ice Rod when we visit Trinex's room. Ooh. It's okay. Chex is just down like 1 additional heart, but that's not too big a deal, to be honest. Nine hearts is still super comfy for Mire. DoomTap finishing up Spooky. We'll see Chex do the 3 Spookies here in just a bit. Ooh, Chex might have lost Spooky there.
Used up like a lot of his magic too, so he's gonna have to skip a few Spookies.
Mm-hmm.
Things are about to get spooky in here. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah. I think Chex might have accidentally cleared the altitude variable. Well, did he? No, yeah, he didn't get...
Yeah,
he didn't hit the switch. Yeah, I think he might have accidentally cleared his altitude variable, like when placing down one of the Samarias. Chex setting up for 80 Spooky, but we don't have enough magic to do 80 Spooky. Yeah, that first initial switch room is all for me as well, like the hardest room to always get right. It's so annoying to get this Mario block placed on the switch correctly, you know, right after dash does as well, so you don't accidentally clear altitude and mess up Spooky. If they just got rid of the fire shooters in that room would be great.
It's Link to the Past though. It's got to be at least a little bit hard.
Okay, checks now on Vitreous. Okay, we're visiting every square in the menu, but we're fine.
Yeah, that's a pretty rough time loss on Chex' end. I think if it weren't for that, we'd probably see Chex like fluting to Death Mountain maybe like 2 seconds after Doom Tap.
Yeah, it would have been like really, really close.
But now it's gonna be like more like 20 seconds, 30 even. I don't know. I don't know. Anything could happen though.
Alright, Mook also just doing the clean and simple Argus, just hooking each puff and slashing it to kill it. We're not using our free menu, which I'm not sure if Mook knows about. Essentially, you can menu there while Argus is going up, and Argus will continue to go up while the menu comes down, so you're effectively saving a bit of time.
I think Mook is... I mean, Sawyer's splits aren't real, right? But he's like he's on PB pace. Mook, I think, is also potentially on PB pace. He's like plus 15 seconds, which is, you know, not like that big of an amount of time at his level. So we could see some PBs for sure.
Alright, Doom Tap entering the Turtle Rock screen. Dead Rocks kinda getting in the way, but okay. Looks like Sawyer has the Spooky setup down. Spooky 2 is the most important Spooky. Ooh, okay. Maybe I spoke too soon. I wonder what happened there. We did get Spooky 1. We might have accidentally frame rolled. Not accidentally. We might have frame rolled like the anti-fairy on like the first hit. Maybe the second hit was just too high. I'm not too sure what happened there.
I have no idea. I don't know. That sucks though. It's definitely a time loss.
Alright, looks like Telethar is making his way over to Ice Rod, so just behind Doomtap and Chex here.
Ooh, he's gonna have to really game to get the zero cycle. Oh yeah, okay. Alright. Yeah, Sawyer gets a 1 cycle.
It's nothing, like, in terms of time loss, it's not too bad.
Yeah, it's only...
Like 2 seconds at most, I think.
I feel like I thought it was a little bit more, like 3, 4.
3, 4? Okay. I thought it was like 2 to 3 and that's it.
Maybe you probably know better. I'm going based on vibes. See, you probably, you know, have an actual number. I trust your judgment better than mine.
No. My number is like a number that I'm parroting from what someone else told me. The true answer is just never get a... You just never get a 1 cycle. It's always a 0 cycle. Doomtap
Your answer is time it yourself.
Doomtap getting a kiss from one of the chain chomps there.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, we're on a little bit of low health, but, you know, it should be fine. Presumably. I don't know if we already got the fairy and we only got hit after that, or if, you know, the fairy is still pending. The fairy is still pending and we took like a hit from the chain chomp, then this is like, you know, acceptable health. You wouldn't be surprised being on this kind of health.
Unless he doesn't get a drop here and then the fairy's not in the way next time.
Okay, yeah, no, there's no fairy here either. Is it just me or is Chex really low on arrows? Or is that, like, expected? I feel like we should have more arrows.
Fine. I mean, he's gonna pick up 5 in GT, he'll be at 12, and then he'll probably get both chests. Chex gets Doomtap's fairy. Doomtap also gets Doomtap's fairy, somehow.
Yeah, no, I think like counts that I go by is as Sawyer gets
Oh
absolutely
no!
stuck inside the dead rock. Oh god. I
That
feel like
sucks.
you might be able to quick hop down, maybe, but no, that's super annoying to see. It's also very rare too.
Sawyer just getting absolutely bullied at the end of his run.
I think Doomtop got both the full magic and the fairy drop. Chex had to skip the ooh.
Ooh, Telethar almost gets hit a third time. Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
where the roller was like on the chest opening, and I was a little bit worried. Doesn't get the Requiem magic in the heart. I mean, I guess
It's
that
okay.
wouldn't help with the chomp stuff.
Yeah. What we really need now is for this pokey to come in clutch. Alright, nice. Fairy drop. Okay. Alright. Looks like we made it through. Pretty good health on everyone's front, honestly. Looked like Doomtap took a hit from something, but I'm not sure what. Maybe we gave a hug to like the pokey in like the final maze room.
No, it wasn't that. Might have been some kind of laser skip shenanigans. Because he like fully cleared the pokey. Oh, uh-oh, checks. Alright, yeah, the beetle's out of the way, so it should be, you know, pretty easy for him to get through. Telethar getting the, okay. Yeah, manages to do the hard RNG, but doesn't get the key dash. He might have, like, specifically wanted the magic.
Chex makes it through. Only thing left now is try next. Pick up the heart just so we're not no-co from anything.
So you're also taking 2 hits from the rollers.
No, we're only picking up the heart. No.
How does it feel to be denied like that?
We need to spread more gospel about that pot. Alright, these chain chomps are being a little annoying on Sawyer's side, but we made it through. It's not
Good on
good enough.
Sawyer's end being able to get through without taking any damage. That was rough RNG.
Doomtap making his way, entering Ganon's castle here.
Flip says Sawyer told me he's going to gold TR. His TR gold is 747, and I think that's without Ice Rod. And I think he got Ice Rod on the way, so I don't know if that's gonna happen.
We did get Ice Rod, right? Do we make sure that Sawyer got Ice Rod?
It would be really funny if he showed up to try next with no Ice Rod. When's the next time he's menuing? The menu to Ice Rod. Okay, we'll know that.
Oh my god, wait, you're right. Yeah, we don't have another menu after this.
I'm sure he remembered. I feel like I saw him at Ice Rod Cave, but there are 5 people to keep track of. I'm not entirely sure. Uh-oh. Well, I didn't need your magic, Requiem.
Okay, we're doing our final bits of cleanup here. Althar showing the big head who's boss by blasting it with fire rod shots.
Where are we going? Why are you standing there?
Okay.
I guess he was worried because Tridex was like super far left.
Yeah, we did only have 4 hearts. It's still it's safe to like just stand below him and like get the double spin. But you know,
Sawyer.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sawyer menued a hook for this. I think I saw Ice Rod. Okay, he's getting some hearts. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. Pretty close there. What do we take damage from? Was it from the roller? Do we like take multiple hits from the roller?
I don't. It was he was down to like 4 from Pokies 2, I think, and then it must have been 1 from the roller.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure which roller though, but probably the crystal roller room. All right, nice.
Cleaning up Ice Armos. We're really clean basement from Doomtap's side. We're making our way up to the top here.
Thanks for the raid, Emok.
Sawyer is going to be heading into GT with 0 bombs, which is going to make this bombable floor room that Chex is in a little bit more awkward. If he doesn't know like the strat to pick up the bomb on the left pot there.
Oh, that's right. He forgot to get it at the beginning of GT or TR.
TR, yeah. Which I found out that some time ago that not a lot of people practice that like backup if you don't have if you like accidentally drop too many bombs or don't pick up a bomb. So we're also on the same health situation that Telthar was in. It looks like we're trying to be a bit safe here.
Standing way to the left, not going to get the double spin.
Yeah. Just going to do the same thing that Telthar did. Just spin it in 3 splashes, yeah.
That makes sense. That looks like a pretty safe backup, actually.
Mm-hmm. Really clean Gauntlet 3 from Doomtap there. I missed the first 2 gauntlets. Trying to go for the arrow, but the skeleton doesn't cooperate.
Doomtap.
It's celebratory fire rods.
This is like when Fox fights Ganon and does the extra fire rods because he doesn't like need all those shots. Doomtap might have needed a shot or 2,
Yeah,
but
we're gonna
do the backup for Torches 1.
Yeah. Chex hot on his tail, cleaning up G2. Pretty
So if you don't
pattern
have-
on G3.
If you don't have enough magic for Torches 1, this is Doomtap's going to show what you do, or almost fall in the pit. I think he actually had to back that up. That's not. Is that how you normally do that?
No. Yeah, this is different from all the ones that I've seen. I think normally, like the normal strat that people recommend is to like pick up both the top pots and then like go back and like light them like one after the other. The strat that I personally like to do is just rush the bottom pot first. You like take a heart of damage from the fire rod, from the fire bar, but it just pushes you down the bottom path, so you're perfectly safe. And it's like slightly faster. But you know, the ideal is to just not be in that situation.
Yeah, true.
Doomtap on Moldorm. Tap on a comfortable lead, so Doomtap could hover if he wanted to, but I guess we're playing it safe.
Doomtap really wants to win.
Chex.
He'll probably do some cool stuff on Ganon, though.
Doomtap always does cool stuff on Ganon. Doomtap is like the certified like best Ganon fighter in this community, at least, you know, from what I've seen, in my opinion.
Well, I haven't seen him defeat Ganon, so maybe that's, you know.
Telthar bailing on the dash, entering the gauntlet here. Ooh, almost a triple hit on Doomtap's side for Aghanim too. Alright, this could be a 3-cycle. We need 2 more hits, I believe. Alright, really clean fight from Doomtap. Really good control. I don't know. I wasn't paying too close attention to see like what screens ToonTap lost time in. I guess it was just like maybe Land Mode 2, and maybe one other screen, because otherwise that was like a really clean GT from whatever I watched. Alright, ToonTap getting the downward facing Ganon. Slightly faster because Ganon like starts this next phase earlier. Depending on how high he starts, you won't be able to get double spins, but you know, you can just get all 12 dashes through him. You know, checks on Agatu, finishing up the fight there. Checks. Okay, I'm not sure if that was a 3 cycle or a 4 cycle. I wasn't paying too close attention. Okay, checks almost cheating. 4, okay. Alright, ToonTap on the final stretch on phase 4. We just need 12 spins here. I'm going for a blue Ganon. And gets a spin out of it. Okay. Some of the setups that I've seen people working on over the past few years to like get some spins when Ganon is in like the far right positions on the top. And because of that, we have like a very clean conversion into... Okay, I spoke a bit too soon. I thought it was a clean conversion into triples, but... Nice cape spin from ToonTap. And he's dead. Shoutouts to Willie. Relight there. Saving time. ToonTap almost dashing off the edge. GG's in the chat for ToonTap. That was a really fun watch. Alright, now we have checks. Almost on phase 4, just behind ToonTap here. And, oh, we have Mook back. Mook bringing up the rear, entering GT soon. Gonna see more like the standard strats from Checks' side. Not gonna see any case spins, I don't think, anyway. We're on cycle here, so we're fine. Telthar close behind. Beat Agatu. Telthar not cliping, not being in solidarity with the other runners. And that's Ganon down on Checks' side. GG's Checks. Not sure if any of our runners are gonna join us for post-race comms here.
How long have I been muted?
I wasn't sure if you had like...
I have been talking for a while.
Oh my god, I wasn't sure if you'd like gone away somewhere. I was trying to find like a comment somewhere. It's like, okay, did you say he was like gonna step away for a bit? So I've just been like talking about whatever I'm seeing on screen.
I had things to say. It's fine.
GG's ToonTap.
GG's ToonTap.
Hey, thank you.
How did you feel about that run?
It was fine. Like the good things were pretty good, but there were more disasters than I would normally like to have. Which is fine. But it made for a good race, I think.
Yeah,
it was like
really close
really
between
close.
you and Chex for like a long time. You traded the lead like a few times. There was like when you know Chex did shopping differently than you. Like you were like pretty far apart, and then you kind of converged like when both of you were like fluting. He was fluting from to like Ice Rod Cave around when you were fluting to Meyer, and then he missed Spooky. So then you know that was kind of like what made it not as close of a race. But yeah, really sick to see from like both of you.
Yeah. Sick. I really love the Lambo fight. It looked like it was almost a 2-cycle as well.
Yeah, I think I could have gotten it, but I shot the last 2 arrows. I shot the first one too early, and then which caused me to miss. And like I played it really well, even though I messed it up, and it was fine. But at least I saw the chance to get it if I could do it instead of just giving up or whatever. I was on gold pace in GT until land mode 2, and then clearly I wasn't after that.
Yeah, I watching the GT, that did look like a really good GT until Lanmo.
GG Telefar.
GG's.
GG's Telethar. Yeah, it's been pretty nice to watch. It seems like every runner is like entering Ganon sequentially one after the other. It seems like every runner is like entering Ganon sequentially one after the other. Oh no, I can hear myself. GG's checks, GG Telethar.
GG.
Jeez.
How'd you guys feel about that run?
Oof.
Yeah, I feel like it's self-explanatory. If you watch my run, you feel I didn't feel good about it.
Telethar, did you basically just wake up and just like immediately sit down for the race?
Yeah, I woke up at 8:50 for my 9 o'clock race.
Nice.
And I went to sleep at 3:30 for my 8:50 wake up. So,
Oh my god.
sorry, I went to bed at 3:30. So, yeah.
Okay. You got 1 more hour of sleep than I did, or 1 less. Sorry.
One left. Yeah, yeah. I mean, just being honest, it was unlikely I was getting anything better than 3rd place in this. So like, I was like, oh, whatever. This is not for my NMG creds. It's for the community event. I'll wake up early. It's fine. I'd rather us all be here.
Yeah, and thanks for being a trooper. That was a really like sick race. Quote unquote race from like all of you, right? Cool to see like the different strats from everybody. All that. Especially, again, Chex versus Doomtap was kind of the highlight of it all. You were so close for so long, really until like the spooky mishap. But Chex, I think you were watching restream, so you know all about that.
I did hear that I missed Spooky, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't sure if it was like because I was like watching, like wasn't paying close attention, but it looked like you just missed like dash just before placing down like one of the blocks.
I believe it was the first block.
The first block. Okay, yeah.
I just didn't do the inputs right.
Mm-hmm.
GG to Sawyer. I think finished out the run plus like 10-ish on PB, so like really close.
Really close, yeah. No,
Yeah.
it was a pretty good run from Sawyer as well.
Sick.
Definitely like sub 90 potential for a very long time.
But yeah, until I think that screen, I think Chex and you and Doomtab were like basically neck and neck. Like swapping back and forth pretty much. It was like a super close race.
We just took turns flailing on bosses.
I would say a lot of the issues that I had were skill issues. If I were playing well, it would have been reflected in the time pretty well. But I wasn't playing well. I was playing like half well. I'd have half of a good split, and then I'd lose my mind or something.
I think there's like a bunch of like strats that we saw you do that I think Meowski commented on and said he was gonna like pick up. I think like specifically the ones I remember were like on Swamp screen, like entering the portal with the Octrock in the way. Like, is it like, do you know it being faster to just like enter the portal from like the right side instead of like dealing with the Octrock?
I didn't time it. I would assume that the quick warp is slightly faster, but like I don't care. I heard him comment on using the menu in the dam screen too, and there's good visual cues with the menu to line up the quick warps.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think you used the menu like a little bit earlier than what I've seen, which was it seemed to me to was to line up the quick warp, but also to read the Moblin RNG.
Yeah.
Which
It's just
I
something
like.
I like.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Usually, I've seen people use that to line up the quick warp after dealing with the moblin, but I might steal that. And also on the lever screen, you like charge to dash. Was that? Tell us about that. Was that like
That-
a real thing, or were you just kind of winging it?
That would I couldn't think of any other way to deal with it other than just stand there. So I said I'll try and dash because I didn't think I could. I thought if I tried to walk, I'd get part way through and then get hit. So
Mhm.
like, what did I have to lose? And like
Okay.
the
It
dash
works
sort
out
of
really
worked.
well. Yeah.
The reason I got hit was he stopped blinking and like just drifted
Walked
into
down.
me
Oh,
during my
okay.
dash. Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
I mean, you got
So
to
I
get
guess
D
I was
boost off
good.
of it too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it worked out. It was fine.
Mhm.
I've done much worse in that situation before. Hit the switch 4 times and then still get shot.
I have to
Um,
go, so thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you, Chex, for. I think it was like like super like tight for you to like schedule this as well. But yeah, GG's Chex.
Goodbye forever.
Goodbye forever.
Yeah.
GG's checks.
We're almost done with the race as well. Mook now in the final stretch, just facing Ganon. I don't know if Mook ever used the fairy that he got. I'm not sure. I didn't see.
But yeah, Telethar. So there were, in case you didn't know, since there were 5 runners, you were kind of getting swapped out, like kind of intermittently between like Sawyer and Mook. So
God
was there
bless.
any like any like highlight to your run that you thought was like really cool or really just kind of messed up or something or funny that like people might not have seen?
I mean, I had a good Argus and everything else was bad.
Or
Like
fairy,
the
yeah.
entire, I don't know. Like yeah, I don't know. There was I I walked out in Skull Woods. I got absolutely owned in Mummy Room, and then was on one heart, and then just
Oh God.
walked into a pit in on the way to Moth, and was like, oh yeah, okay, well, that's a nice way to die, I guess. It's better than dying at Moth. So
That's rough.
yeah, I mean yeah. Let me tell you, it didn't matter in terms of placements. I was comfortably behind Chex and Doom. So
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, I think you were like plus like 2.5 minutes or something on PB, which like I don't think you've even done that many runs, right? So you could probably like get a better PB than that anyway. So yeah, definitely not like up to your full potential, but still cool to see some like top level like rando player like execution in some of the stuff.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I definitely don't feel like I play up to my full potential in NMG. I don't know what about it is, but I feel like if I just told myself that this was a spoiler seed in Rando, I would just play better. And I don't know if that's menus just like breaking my flow or just mental because NMG is more,
Do you think are you still
Just
running
pace.
against PH's splits?
Yeah. These aren't my splits.
Do you think that helps?
I don't think so, but
It is
I
funny.
tried deleting. It's funny, yeah. That's why I tried deleting them one time, and then they came back when I reopened Live Split. So now,
Oh my God.
now I'm just committed to it. So, like, it's also kind of funny. It's also just kind of I need to beat. Like, it's like I don't know if you've ever heard the stories of like these people who like they like opened up their Mario Kart from like 20 years ago, and they found their like dead dads, like their father had passed away, and their like ghost is in the time trial, and they're racing against the ghost. It's like that.
Oh my God.
The PH is your dead dad. Got it.
Yeah. That's exactly what I meant.
If you're taking away anything from this stream, it should be that.
GG to Mook, by the way, who just finished, I think like a little over a minute over PB. Solid run
Yeah.
from him, had a few golds. Definitely, like showed how much he's grinded and improved. Almost ran out of magic on Ganon. That was a little scary, but
The Ganon fight was
do.
scary as a whole. We did use the fairy that I mentioned, but it looked like we came pretty close another time to almost just like being inside Ganon.
Hey, welcome on in, Mook.
Thank you.
GG Mook.
GG's.
Yeah, congratulations, GG on the finish. I know it was like a little over like plus a minute on your PB, but still like a solid showing, honestly. And
Honestly,
like I said
I'm
before,
happy. I'm just happy I finished, especially after Moldorm.
Oh, that's right. It looks like actually
we had a Hera tower.
You saved time. You saved 10 seconds since Hera, so everything after Hera was better than your PB.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was a rough one. GG's
yeah,
everybody. That's great.
Like Miowski said earlier, it was because there's 5 runners, they were swapping you, Telethar, and Sawyer out and about. So is there like any standouts that you think we might not have seen, or like anything you wanted to call out? Anything you thought was super good?
The only thing I can say is that Tower of Hera was especially awful. Other than that,
we did unfortunately get to see that.
Swap. You didn't? Excellent.
No, we did.
Oh, damn it. Shit. Oh well.
We also
Glad shit happens.
You clutched out like at least like 3 boss fights on 1 heart, which is like really I think you still had a fairy all those times. I don't know if you popped a fairy before Ganon, but like
we lost the fairy in Vitreous, and then we got it back in the middle of Turtle Rock.
Okay,
gotcha.
I see.
Because I needed the heart, because I was getting absolutely mauled in the overworld. Those dead rocks were all over me.
Makes sense.
I think I had like 4 hearts coming up to those stairs outside of the ferry.
Oh god.
It was rough.
we had sorry, go ahead.
Sawyer got stuck inside of the dead rock at some point. I think that's probably like, if it weren't for that would have been a PB. That cost more than 10 seconds.
Yeah, we hit the dead rock and we were stuck against the cliff edge, and so we just had to like stand there and take every boulder to the face for like the next like 10 million years.
Yeah. Death Mountain was definitely tossing boulders today.
Yeah. I want to say that Doomtap made it through like 15 screens while Sawyer was stuck there.
Jesus.
I don't. That might be an exaggeration.
That's definitely an exaggeration, but yeah, it did not feel good.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was like it was a super cool race to watch, like overall as well, with Doomtap and Chex being like super neck and neck, and then like especially like the first few splits, all of Light World, like all 5 runners being like very close to each other. Was super cool to watch. Super cool to see like each, I guess, like skill level pulling like ever so slightly ahead, just on like slightly cleaner movement. And of course, like having the safeties in the showcase as well.
I still need those.
Yeah, I think at some point they swapped it. I was hoping to see like you on screen like while you entered like Turtle Rock, just to like I don't know, show like some people had questions on why it seemed like you were further behind than you actually were when you'd already invested like the 2 minutes into Ice Rod and Ether.
Yeah, I do that early always, just so that I never forget.
No, and it makes sense as well.
Yeah, GG's everybody. Thank you again for everybody who participated in the league and organized it in comms. You guys are all awesome. This was a lot of fun. Yeah,
thanks for signing up. I was like really looking forward to see like this sort of showcase, to see like the effective like skill gaps between the different tiers.
I can't wait to watch it back.
I'll definitely want to give GG to all of our runners and give them a follow if you can. Also, definitely want to thank our commentators, Requiem and Miowski, for stepping in and calming this great race. Coming up on the channel in about 45 minutes, we have a Majora's Mask randomizer match, Fabio versus Makers. So definitely stay tuned for that if you can. But other than that, thank you for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you so much for the restream, VT Slacker.